What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy, LordleyO. This is my man, Chaz Smith.
What's good?
The infamous Viner of life. Top 10 Viner, I think it was.
Nah.
Top 10?
Nothing.
I think that's what it said on Snapchat.
I'm Complex.
Complex said them. Complex
Vines,
magazine.
to be specific, not like Viners.
Like Viners?
I'm not anywhere near that close.
So what you're telling me is that...
They put one of my Vines on their Snap story today, so... I mean...
Chaz, you know, how did we meet?
I think through Ebby.
Our man's Ebby.
Our man's?
Our man's, well, our woman's.
Oh, well, she's definitely a woman.
She's definitely a woman, but we met through her, what was it, like a year or two?
Something like that, yeah.
So I was like, who was this big head? It was Revive that you came to first.
I think it was
Revive. Revive, for some of you who don't know, is a young adults church out here in Philly. So watch out for Revive, by the way. But anyway, today, you know, I wanted to bring you on to, you know, talk about, you know, the issues that a lot of people have as far as starting new things. Talk to the fam out there. Talk to the fam about, you know, your journey into YouTube, into Snapchat, into Vine, into all these different things. Huffington Post. Talk to them a little bit about that.
Okay, that was a really broad question.
I mean, narrow it down for them, brother.
Okay, let's see.
Let's start with Vine. The first thing that hit you.
Vine was the first thing that popped off. But back in like 2013, Vine came out January 24th, 2013.
That's when Vine came out.
When it was first released.
Okay.
And then it started to pop off right around the summertime. I guess April, May, when it started to really get going.
Right. Okay.
I made my first Vine on May 1st or 2nd. Because it was my prom night. So within the first month and a half after I made my first one, on June 15th, I made the Watermelon Vine. Right?
Now, fam, if you
can plug it in the video right there. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's watermelon. Inside a watermelon.
So that, one important thing I should mention. This was right around the time that I told my father I did not want to play basketball anymore. I played all the way, like my whole life.
Me and Chaz are like the same height. What are you, Chaz?
I'm 6'3", 6'4", something like that.
Me and Chaz about half an inch apart.
He swears he can take me in the ball.
I promise you I can take you. Oh my gosh.
Continue, Chaz. Let's not play.
That'll be a separate video.
Whole separate video.
So I told my father I didn't want to play basketball in college. He wasn't too happy about that. And that I wanted to go into like television, entertainment, stuff like that. So he did not agree with that decision. But I was like, I realized that I really was just going to be miserable if I kept playing basketball.
So ball is not life for you.
It's not life, but I mean,
okay.
Like I said, I played growing up like my entire life, and there was like extra pressure added because my father played in the NBA. So I tell you that.
You did not tell me that fact.
Okay, yes.
What team did he play for?
He was drafted to the 76ers, traded on draft night to the Clippers.
Okay.
He was there for a few years. Then the Knicks, when they went to the championship, and then the Spurs, he retired with them in '98. So like growing up, I always hear like I had the pressure from him. So with that, there were other people saying, "Oh, you're gonna be like your dad. You're gonna be tall like your dad. You're gonna play ball like your dad.
True.
Blah, blah, like your dad."
Facts.
So that really kept pressuring me to want to play even more and more, especially like since he wanted me to play too. But when I finally realized, like towards the end of high school, that this is just not what I wanted to do.
Now, were you getting offers from like colleges and stuff like that?
A couple here and there.
Okay.
I really I had no desire to do it. It's not even like I would only practice with the team. Like I had no desire to like even go out by myself and play. I really did not want to. I just was doing it because I felt like I should. I felt like it was the thing I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really sure what else I was gonna do. Mm-hmm. But I knew I had a passion for entertainment. I wanted to make people smile by like making them laugh or talking about serious issues that aren't talked about that need to be talked about. So I started messing around with Vine a little bit. By the end of the summer, my father had like totally changed his mind about me not playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Because, within the first month and a half, I had gained over 2,000 followers. Then I posted the Watermelon Vine, right?
So it wasn't even the Watermelon Vine that started off with their followers.
I already had like a decent amount. So like 40, 50 days, I had 2,000 followers. By the end of the summer, 50,000. Now, like Vine's shut down now, but I have nearly 500,000 followers. So, and that was like being on and off between school and everything.
Now, where do you go to school?
I go to the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia.
So I mean, you kind of smart.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Not Penn State. Shout out to the homie. Valentine. Hey.
What was, I guess, your most like fascinating or like your most exciting Vine? I know a lot of people. Me personally, I saw like the mispronunciation of stuff. I just like, what is?
Like those.
People like those. I was like, why is he saying it like that?
Yeah.
But where'd that start? Where did you get that from?
Honestly, like I saw another dude doing it back in like 2014. I thought his were hilarious.
Okay.
He would do like how thugs pronounce items. Yeah, I saw his. I was like, oh, I should do my own. And so then I started pronouncing things incorrectly. It was basically like the same thing, but it took off. And
I think I'm gonna show you guys that video right now.
Pronouns and things incorrectly. Loose voititium. Veloué sizzle. A people Kader vine jar. Boss. Calagas frus tidi flocka.
we out here at the Cannes Film Festival.
Laban Quay postali. Escargots. Les nigasians. Literal grundig. Pidgeot. These petits. Pronouns and things incorrectly. Play yes, girl. Anthropo. Jawalrus. Combi. Hidi Rogan P. Roxidi. Ebola. Titty. Savant to her genie era twine. Titty pies. Pronouns and things incorrectly. Take one dude. Booty quay. Ficecal the rapey. Pinocchio.
People really like those. My personal favorite Vine is one that I did. But one of my personal favorites is like when you crash your sister's sleepover. It was just like really fun to make. I like how it came out. Yeah.
You've seen a lot. You've been through a lot over the past 3 years and everything like that. You know,
It's been good.
God has been very good, and you know, a lot of people are fearful to start stuff or be themselves because they feel it won't take them anywhere, or they've been told it won't take them anywhere. But speak to the possibilities of dreams with the little that you have. Because for me personally, I know that if God gives you a talent, you go use it, and it will make a way.
I want to say something like people kind of heard this before, but I want to say it a little differently. Don't just go and do what you want to do. That's not the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to recognize the talents that you have been given. Like there are a lot of people out here like, oh, I'm gonna go to the NBA. I want to be a basketball player, who have no business handling a basketball. So,
Don't ever play yourself.
I'm about to play you.
Yeah,
You gonna see. Like everybody has like Matthew 25, 14 to 27. Parable of the talents. Jesus spoke about this, that everybody has been created with a different set of talents. Some greater than others. Say that with air quotes. Because everybody has a specific duty to fill. But we all have been given a specific set of talents that we are to invest in and use to the best of our ability. We can't shy away from that. When we do that, then not only are we dishonoring God, we're disobeying Him.
Right.
And that's basically saying, I don't trust you with what you've given me. And so, basically, what I've done is just trusted in what He's given me, recognize the passions and recognize how my passions, like what makes me angry, the things that makes me angry, the things that bring me joy, and I've figured out He's shown me how to use the talents that He's given me to like couple those things. So another example, I made a video on PSA on sexual assault and rape culture because like that's a topic that makes me angry. I'm very passionate about. I hate hearing about, finding out about people being taken advantage of.
Big time.
I'm involved in a couple of groups on campus that advocate for sexual assault awareness and speak out against sexual violence and for bystander activism. So I put together a video that has now over 150,000 views on YouTube. That the Huffington Post made an article about, Cosmopolitan online, 17 magazine. It was used by the National Coast Guard in the sexual assault awareness training program in the spring last year.
That's big. That's big, bro. That's very big. Okay.
It's used in like colleges and high schools all over the country, including on my own campus for all the athletic programs. It's a mandatory thing. So, and it talks about men's role in dismantling what we call rape culture, like the different things in our society that, like the way we talk, the different types of media we watch, and the language that we use, all these things that add to the desensitization of sexual assault. It's not like People get confused and think that rape culture is like the presence of sexual assault in the culture, but it's really just a gauge for how desensitized people are to it.
You see it so much, so it's like, all right, another rape, and then you move on with your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what rape culture is, how desensitized we are to it. In the video, I talk about how about men's role in dismantling rape culture.
To that whole point, like, with, recognizing what guys gave you. At the same time, like, sometimes, have you ever run to a closed door? People run to closed doors and maybe 1 or 2 times around think, oh, maybe it's not for me, when it's rather just, you got to keep pushing. Like, can you speak to that?
Getting into college. I thought I was going to go to Harvard. So
you got clue.
I applied to Harvard, early decision. Got deferred, so I was like, okay, it's still a chance. Found out later that I got rejected from it. So I didn't take that as a loss. I just took that as like, okay, this is not where God needs me to be. Not that He needs me to be anywhere, but this is not where
you're supposed to be.
Yeah, this is not within like my path, my purpose. Because if that was the case, He can do all things. He would have made sure I was there.
Facts.
So, just really what that is, a closed door for me is just, especially after you find out why the door is closed and you see another door that opens up, that's just a confirmation that God is looking out for you. So, when you run into closed doors, when I run into closed doors rather, I'm like, all right, cool, then that must mean whatever else you got for me is better.
And that's the thing, YouTube fam, like, at the end of the day, like, wherever you are in life, even if you feel like you're not even near where you need to be, you're always right where God needs you to be. Like, there's always a direction, no matter how many detours you take, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's always a detour that you're taking that is very necessary. Like, I'm sure through everything that you've kind of built up, like, a kind of strength within you, like, even through adversity and everything like that, because of what you've experienced with closed doors.
But I also say part of it is, like, you got to make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing too. Like, if you're not growing in your relationship with God, if you're not spending time with Him daily in His Word and prayer, then like then you're not going to be keen to the different things that He's trying to speak to you in your life in different places He's trying to lead you. Like, you're just gonna you might miss out on opportunities. Like, that's happened to me as well. Because recently I passed up on an opportunity out of fear, actually. Because
talk about that.
I had the opportunity to be a host for MTVU, the college division for MTV, on the red carpet at the VMAs, and I just didn't apply to it because I tried to rationalize with myself and think like, oh, nah, I don't need to be doing anything else. No, that was an awesome opportunity. It was right there. The person who was asking about it went to the same school I go to.
At Penn?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I passed up on that opportunity. I could have gotten it, I'm sure, but even still, God still had me in that space. Like, they ended up reaching out to me less than a week later to say, hey, we still want you to do our social media stuff.
And this was at?
This was at the VMAs.
The VMAs?
At the VMAs.
VMAs.
And I still got to go to the VMAs for free. That was like, if you know the parable of the talents, what I did was like, I was halfway between, like, in that instance, the guy who didn't invest any of his one talent and like, no, I was that guy. I did not put my talent to work. In that instance, I was like the person with one talent who decided to just bury it and be like, yo, I still got what you gave me.
Right.
I didn't invest it, but like, here's everything that you gave me. And he still decided to bless me. Where I didn't have to say a thing. They reached out to me and were like, hey, we seen your videos.
MTV called you?
Yes, they hit MTVU. They hit me up and they're like, hey, we want you to come and like do videos, social media for us. And I did. So MTVU has this contract with over 700 universities across the country where their channel is played in the cafeterias and different like social areas.
Hip.
And I've had 2 of my videos played on that channel after that opportunity, even though I passed up on what I initially should have taken full advantage of.
God be looking you out, bro.
I'm just telling you what God's been doing in my life. Like, I'm just letting you know, like, the good and the bad.
Facts.
So,
now, tell me about, over the past like year and a half, tell me about some of the like the people you've met along the way, the celebrities and everything like that. Run through the list for me real quick.
So last summer, I was at the Huffington Post.
You're a contributor to Huffington Post still? Or?
I mean, like, officially I am, but I haven't contributed recently.
Okay.
But, Mr. T was one person. That was like the first person I met. I did a vibe with him.
I heard Spike Lee you met.
Yeah, I saw him at the end of this past summer.
It seems like you met enough people where you just can't name them anymore.
I've been very fortunate to
Yeah.
like just be in these spaces for real.
I guess the biggest takeaway, YouTube fam, is that at the end of the day, whatever you have in your heart to do, you know, if it's a passion and you know, like, if there's one thing you can wake up and do, and you do it for free, and you're very, very good at it, don't overlook that thing. You know, that thing can take you a lot of places. If you guys meet this guy in real life, this guy is the most insane person. You think he's normal?
Don't guys. I'm typically a mellow dude. With cameras,
What's he doing? What you doing? Get your leg off.
getting comfy.
You tired?
Getting comfy.
You good?
All right, I'm good.
So Chaz, I brought a couple things. You know, I want to see in your language, you know, in your version of Ebonics, how do you
couple
pronounce it?
things to incorrectly pronounce.
That is correct.
Gian. I gotta read it too.
Biotin.
Biotin. Biotany.
Next! For all my Africans out there.
Okay. You make these roll off right.
Oh my God!
I can't do accents. I'm not
But he's getting there. We're gonna teach him.
Joye T. Hay, Jasmine Ricka.
All right.
Mobla Baran Cigar.
Yo, you wild. Oh, we got this last one.
Deva.
Divide. Oh wait, we got one more.
True White and Nudies.
Thank you so much, YouTube fam, for tuning in today. Please tell your friends, share the video, subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. For
Akiyan Sprawad. Crane of people.
All right, YouTube fam. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Please hit the subscribe button. Like it, comment it. If you feel like I don't like this video, write it, but don't dislike. But like it and then write it. Or if you want to see other videos of my man Chaz or even his page, your YouTube page.
My YouTube channel.
YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/ Simply Put Chaz.
Simply Put Chaz. Go there, smash his subscribe button, like
Bah! Punch it hard after you watch them, of course.
Keep tuning in, subscribe, you'll get the updates and the notifications. Appreciate y'all. And hit the bell so you can get alerts and notifications when I post a new video.
And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all that.
Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Shalom.
Shalom, yes. That means peace in Jewish.
Facts.
Hebrew.
All right, y'all, we out.
And Happy New Year. That too.
Come eating that like a bougie girl.
Girls be like...